The Galactic Council chamber was alive with tension. Leaders from hundreds of alien species gathered around the enormous glowing table, their faces stern and eyes sharp. Reptilian commanders hissed quietly to each other. Insectoid leaders clicked their mandibles nervously. Humanoids whispered in low tones. All of them were worried about one species, humans. For centuries, humans had lived quietly on a small planet at the edge of the galaxy. They had never sought war, never built enormous fleets, and rarely interfered in galactic affairs. Many alien species considered them weak, fragile, and insignificant. But over time, whispers began spreading. Humans were clever, unpredictable, and dangerous in ways no one fully understood. Now, the Council faced a difficult decision. Reports from the Scouts were troubling. Humans had built hidden fleets, advanced technology, and seemed to anticipate every movement of alien species. Some council members argued for a preemptive strike. Others believed humans were harmless, but no one wanted to appear weak in front of their peers. Speaker Vorlax, a tall alien with shimmering scales, rapped his claw against the table. The humans may be small, he hissed, but intelligence can be more deadly than claws or firepower. We cannot ignore them any longer. Commander Raltek, a large insectoid, clicked his mandibles in disagreement. They are weak. Their fleets are small. We will crush them if we act together. There is no need for fear. The council murmured. Debate grew heated. Maps of human territory and fleet positions flickered as holographic projections hovered above the table. Sensors indicated some human starships moving near their home planet, but oddly the ships were almost invisible on the scans. Human observers. Far from the council, on the bridge of a massive human command ship, General Mara Hayes observed quietly. Her eyes were calm, scanning the stars with a steady gaze. Around her, humans moved efficiently, silently. Engineers adjusted power levels. Pilots monitored the empty space around them. Nothing about them screamed danger, but everything about them was controlled and precise. Mara spoke softly to her officers. They think we are weak. They think we will react with fear or aggression. They are wrong. Stay calm. Observe. Wait. The humans' quiet patience contrasted sharply with the Council's chaos. They did not need fleets larger than the galaxy's strongest empires. They did not need to boast or threaten. Their strength lay in strategy, intelligence, and the ability to disappear when needed. Council's plans. Back in the Council chamber, tensions reached a peak. Some leaders proposed blockades. Others suggested sending fleets to Earth's sector to demand submission. They must be taught a lesson, one reptilian leader hissed. We cannot allow their silence to continue. They may be small, but they are dangerous if left unchecked. Raltek shook his head. Strike now while we have the advantage. Delay and they may disappear from our sensors entirely. Little did the Council know the humans were already everywhere and nowhere at once. Cloaked fleets, hidden intelligence networks, and advanced technology allowed them to watch every Council move without revealing themselves. The suspense builds. The Council voted to take action. Fleets were mobilized. Warships roared to life, engines glowing. Messages were sent to all sectors. The aliens believed they were about to control the situation. But the humans did nothing. They did not attack. They did not react. Mara Hayes simply smiled faintly, her eyes calm. She knew that the Council had already lost the first battle, not through weapons but through fear and uncertainty. The first phase of the human plan was simple. Vanish silently, leave no trace, and let the Council face its own mistakes. The Galactic Council chamber was in chaos. Alarms blared as Council fleets moved toward Earth's sector, but reports kept coming. Human ships had vanished from sensors. No warp signatures, no energy readings, nothing. Speaker Vorlax slammed his claw on the table. Impossible. Our fleets were monitoring them closely. How can they disappear? Raltek's mandibles clicked nervously. They must have advanced cloaking technology, or worse. They may be anticipating our every move. Council members whispered among themselves, fear creeping into their voices. Every species had faced strong opponents, but none had ever disappeared without a trace. The idea that humans could do this silently was terrifying. Humans' calm observation. Far from the Council, on the bridge of the flagship Eclipse Vanguard, General Mara Hayes observed quietly. Around her, human officers monitored the Council's fleet movements. Each alien action, each plan, each hesitation, everything had been predicted. Mara spoke softly to her officers. They think they control the battlefield. Let them believe it. Patience is the weapon we wield best. She smiled faintly, calm and confident. Every human aboard the ship was aware of the Council's panic, yet none panicked themselves. Their strength lay in silence, strategy, and intelligence, not in weapons or sheer numbers. Council fleets in confusion. Council fleets searched desperately. Sensors swept the sectors repeatedly. Drones were dispatched. Fleets changed formation trying to locate the humans. Yet every move the Council made had been anticipated. Human ships were already in new positions, cloaked and silent, observing without being detected. An insectoid commander whispered in panic, "They are everywhere and nowhere, how is this possible?" A reptilian general growled, "We have never faced anything like this. They are not attacking yet they control everything. This is terrifying." Psychological warfare. The humans did not attack. They did not communicate. They did not fire a single shot. And yet, fear spread through the Council like wildfire. The absence of humans was itself a weapon. Every fleet movement by the aliens was second-guessed. Every strategy faltered. Doubt crept into the minds of even the most confident commanders. Speaker Vorlax turned pale. They do not need to fight. The very fact that we cannot find them is their strength. They have trapped us in our own fear. Council leaders argue. Arguments erupted. "We must strike now," shouted a reptilian leader. "No. Wait and observe them. We might be walking into a trap," another countered. Raltek hissed, "We cannot attack what we cannot see. Every second we hesitate they grow stronger in control. The humans are apex predators." The chamber trembled with tension. Leaders realized that this species, once thought weak and insignificant, had outmaneuvered the entire Council without firing a weapon. The suspense builds. Meanwhile, human ships silently repositioned. The fleet moved like a shadow through space, unseen, undetected, perfectly coordinated. Mara Hayes observed the Council's chaos through communications channels. Calmly, she noted, "They are panicking exactly as we predicted." She smiled faintly. "The first lesson is always patience," she murmured. "The galaxy fears what it cannot control." The Galactic Council was in chaos. Ships that were supposed to guard key sectors reported strange anomalies. Navigation systems failed, fleets lost coordination, and drones malfunctioned without explanation. Yet no human ship had fired a weapon. Speaker Vorlax slammed his claw against the table. "This is impossible. How can they control everything without touching a single ship?" Raltek's mandibles clicked nervously. "It is not just technology, they are predicting our moves before we even make them. They are masters of strategy." Council members exchanged fearful glances. Their fleets, the strongest in the galaxy, were being outmaneuvered invisibly. Every plan to corner or trap the humans failed before it began. Humans' calm observation. Far from the chaos, on the bridge of the Eclipse Vanguard, General Mara Hayes observed every Council fleet through advanced sensors. She spoke softly to her officers, calm and confident. "They think they are hunting us. Let them believe it. Every move they make will be part of the lesson. Patience is the greatest weapon we have." The humans worked efficiently, silently repositioning fleets. Cloaked ships moved like shadows between stars. Every action, every observation, every anticipation was calculated. No weapons were fired. No alarms triggered. Yet, the humans were already controlling the battlefield. Manipulating the Council. Small Council fleets moved toward sectors near Earth, hoping to force humans out of hiding. Instead, they found themselves in impossible situations. Fleets miscommunicated, navigational errors appeared, and ships collided in panic. An insectoid commander muttered, "They do not fight, yet every decision we make falls into chaos. It is as if they see the future." A reptilian general hissed, "They are playing with us. Every fleet, every plan, it is already under their control. We are trapped in their game and we do not even see it." The Council panicked. Leaders argued, shouted, and pointed fingers. But no human had appeared, and yet every move of theirs was anticipated and countered. Psychological domination. The human silence was its own weapon. Alien fleets scrambled, unsure of what to do. Every Council leader felt it. Humans did not need brute force to dominate. The fear of the unknown, the unpredictability of humans paralyzed them. Speaker Vorlax whispered, "They are not just intelligent. They are apex predators. We cannot predict them, we cannot trap them, and we cannot fight them conventionally. Their strength lies in mind, patience, and control." Raltek nodded slowly, clicking his mandibles. "Every species we know fights for strength, numbers, or weapons. Humans fight with strategy, and that makes them unstoppable." The calm predator. Meanwhile, humans moved silently across sectors, observing, predicting, and influencing without revealing themselves. Ships vanished from sensors, then reappeared in positions that guaranteed maximum control over alien movements. Mara Hayes walked along the bridge, eyes calm. "We are everywhere and nowhere," she said softly. "They will never see us coming, and yet they feel our presence. That is the first rule of survival and dominance." Her officers nodded quietly, understanding the magnitude of what they were witnessing. Humans did not need to attack to prove superiority, they only needed mind, patience, and precision. Council's realization. The Council finally understood. Alien fleets were powerful, trained, and deadly, but humans had outmaneuvered them without firing a single shot. A reptilian diplomat whispered, terrified, "They are not just surviving. They are controlling us from shadows. Every move we make is predicted, countered, and redirected." An insectoid admiral added, "They are apex predators, far beyond anything we imagined. We have underestimated them for too long." Fear spread throughout the chamber. Leaders realized that humans' disappearance was not weakness, it was a weapon. The Galactic Council was frantic. Their fleets, once organized and confident, now stumbled across the stars. Communications failed. Navigation systems glitched. Ships collided without warning. And still, no human ship had fired a single weapon. Speaker Vorlax slammed his claw on the table, eyes wide with disbelief. "This cannot be. Every system we monitor is failing, yet we see nothing. How can one species do this?" Raltek clicked his mandibles nervously. "They do not fight in ways we understand. Their power is in patience, in thought, in planning. We are outmatched before the battle even begins." Council members whispered nervously, fear spreading like wildfire. The humans were proving a terrifying truth. Sometimes the strongest weapon is the mind itself. Human observation and control. On the bridge of the flagship Eclipse Vanguard, General Mara Hayes observed calmly. Her fleet moved silently across multiple sectors, cloaked and undetected. "We do not strike to destroy," she told her officers. "We strike to control. Every fear, every hesitation, every mistake, we will guide them ourselves." Human engineers and tacticians monitored alien fleet movements in real time, predicting reactions and creating subtle traps. Nothing was left to chance. Every alien decision, every sudden maneuver, every panic-stricken order was anticipated, and used to humans' advantage. Subtle punishments. Small council fleets approached key sectors, hoping to force humans into revealing themselves. Instead, strange anomalies occurred. Energy grids failed unexpectedly. Weapon systems misfired. Sensors returned false readings, showing phantom ships in the wrong positions. Alien commanders were confused. Their strongest fleets were falling into traps they could not even see. A reptilian general hissed, "We are being toyed with, and we cannot find the hand that moves the pieces." An insectoid commander muttered, "They do not attack us directly. Yet every move we make becomes our own failure. We are trapped by shadows." Council panic escalates. The council chamber erupted in argument. "We must act. Send reinforcements," one shouted. "No. They will anticipate it," another countered. Speaker Vorlax's eyes narrowed. "We have underestimated them for too long. They are not just strong or clever, they are apex predators. Their mind is the weapon, and our fleets are already casualties of thought alone." Fear replaced arrogance. Alien leaders whispered among themselves, realizing that humans could control outcomes without ever engaging directly. The calm predator. Meanwhile, humans moved like shadows across the galaxy. No ship was in the same position for more than a few minutes. Every sensor, every fleet, every council plan was predicted and neutralized without a single battle being fought. Mara Hayes walked along the bridge, calm and confident. "They fear what they cannot see," she said softly. "And they should. We are patient. We are clever. And we endure. That is enough to command fear." Her officers understood. Humanity's power did not lie in weapons or numbers, but in control, intelligence, and anticipation. The Council realizes the truth. Council leaders finally understood. Humans were not just surviving, they were dominating without revealing themselves. Every fleet failure, every miscommunication, every moment of panic was a result of human calculation, not luck. A reptilian diplomat whispered, pale, "They are not just advanced, they are unstoppable if left unchallenged. Their patience, their strategy, it is beyond anything we have seen." Raltek clicked his mandibles slowly. "We are facing predators unlike any other. They disappear, but their influence touches every corner of the galaxy. The humans, are apex predators. The Galactic Council was losing control. Their fleets, once disciplined and powerful, now staggered across the sectors, their formations broken, communications jammed, and navigation systems failing. And still, no human ship had fired a single weapon. Speaker Vorlax's claws shook as he banged the table. How is this possible? Every fleet we sent has failed. How can a species disappear and control the battlefield without a fight? Raltek clicked nervously, mandibles trembling. It is not brute force. It is intelligence, strategy, patience. They are not merely surviving, they are dominating us without even being seen. The council members realized the horrifying truth. Humans were not just clever. They were apex predators, operating on a level that no alien species could match. Human observation and planning. On the bridge of the Eclipse Vanguard, General Mara Hayes observed silently. Every council fleet movement, every command, every hesitation was anticipated. Her officers monitored alien actions, noting weaknesses and potential errors, then subtly nudged outcomes to their advantage. Mara spoke softly, "They think they are controlling the galaxy. Let them think that. Every move, every fear, every panic, let it unfold. Patience is our greatest weapon." Around her, the human fleet moved with unmatched precision. Ships shifted positions silently, cloaked and undetected, creating the perfect illusion of absence while holding total control. Controlled demonstrations. Humans began the first demonstrations of their dominance. They allowed small fleets to advance toward key sectors, then triggered anomalies. Navigation grids misaligned, causing fleets to drift apart. Communications disrupted, leaving commanders unsure of their allies. Sensors displayed false readings, showing phantom ships in positions they were not. Alien commanders stared at their screens in disbelief. Raltek muttered, "They are not fighting. They are controlling everything. Every action we take becomes our own failure." It is terrifying. Psychological dominance. The council began to understand the humans' real power. They did not need weapons to dominate, they needed only intelligence, patience, and observation. Fear spread faster than any attack could. Vorlax's voice was low and trembling. "They are apex predators. We cannot predict them. We cannot fight them conventionally. They are beyond us." Every council member felt it. Humans' disappearance was not weakness, it was deliberate control. Their calm, silent patience created chaos in the minds of even the strongest alien leaders. The calm predator. Meanwhile, human fleets drifted through sectors unseen and untouchable. Every alien maneuver, every fleet formation, every panic-stricken order was observed and subtly manipulated. Mara Hayes walked through the bridge, calm and confident. The galaxy fears what it cannot see. They should. We endure. We adapt. We survive. That is enough to command respect. Her officers understood. Humans were apex not through numbers or weapons, but through control, intelligence, and strategy. Council's peak panic. The council realized their fleets had been outmaneuvered, their strategies nullified. Aliens whispered among themselves, pale and fearful. "They are controlling us from shadows," a reptilian diplomat said. "They are not attacking, yet they dominate every move we make," added an insectoid admiral. Vorlax's eyes narrowed. "We have underestimated them for centuries. Every calculation we made, every strategy, it has failed. Humans are apex predators, and we are only beginning to understand their power." Panic spread like wildfire. The council had no answers. Every fleet they sent fell into subtle traps. Every decision they made was anticipated and countered. And yet, the humans remained silent and calm. The galaxy had always underestimated humanity. Most alien civilizations believed humans were weak, fragile, and easy to ignore. They were wrong. On the bridge of the flagship Eclipse Vanguard, General Mara Hayes observed the galaxy with calm, steady eyes. The Council had spread their fleets across multiple sectors, preparing to strike at Earth and nearby human-controlled space. They believed they could control or corner humanity. But the humans were already everywhere, and nowhere. Galactic threats converge. Reports arrived from the edges of the galaxy. Alien fleets from distant sectors were mobilizing, each more powerful than the last. The Galactic Council had grown wary of humans' growing influence. "They think they can challenge us," Mara said softly to her officers. "Let them try. Every move will be their mistake." Human fleets moved silently, cloaked in shadows, unseen by alien sensors. Every fleet, every scout, every probe from the Council was tracked and predicted. Council panic escalates. Speaker Vorlax and Commander Raltek watched their fleets in disbelief. They are everywhere and nowhere, Raltek said nervously. Our strongest fleets cannot detect them. Yet reports show humans striking in multiple sectors at once. Vorlax's scales shimmered as he spoke. This is not luck. This is domination without combat. Humans are apex predators and we are only just realizing it. Whispers spread through the council chamber. They anticipate everything. Our fleets are failing before we even act. We cannot fight them conventionally. Fear spread faster than any weapon could strike. The first demonstration. A small alien fleet approached human-controlled sectors. Mara smiled faintly. Phase 2, she commanded. Without warning, the fleet systems began failing. Electromagnetic pulses from cloaked human ships disabled engines and sensors. Communications jammed. Navigation systems showed false positions. The aliens panicked. Their fleets scattered in confusion. No human ship had fired a single shot. Yet the effect was catastrophic. Sirakel, an observer from a distant species, whispered, "They didn't attack, and yet our fleets are falling apart. How is this possible?" The calm predator. Back on Earth, humans moved calmly in their orbital stations and command centers. Soldiers trained. Engineers monitored fleets. Mara Hayes walked among them, calm and confident. "They fear what they cannot see," she said softly. "We do not need brute force. Patience, intelligence, and control are our weapons." Across the galaxy, alien species began to understand the truth. Humans were not just clever, they were apex predators, masters of strategy and anticipation. The Council realizes the truth. Vorlax received a simple, calm transmission from Earth. We are humans. We endure. We adapt. We survive. We win. The Council members stared in silence. Alien leaders whispered nervously. They are everywhere at once. Our strategies are failing without even a fight. Humans are the apex predator of the galaxy. Raltek muttered, "Every fleet we send, every plan we make, it is already under their control. We cannot win this war by conventional means. They are beyond our understanding." The nightmare became real. The Council had underestimated humans for centuries. The calm before the final phase. Human fleets remained invisible, silent, yet fully aware of every Council move. Every fleet misstep, every hesitation, every fear was observed and exploited. Mara Hayes addressed her officers. "We have demonstrated our patience and intelligence. The galaxy knows our power. But the real test is still ahead. Humanity survives, adapts, and will win every challenge." Across the galaxy, alien leaders understood. Humans were not just another species, they were predators unmatched in mind and strategy. The galaxy held its breath. Every council member, every general, every fleet commander waited in tense silence. Humanity had vanished, yet their influence stretched across the stars. No weapon had been fired, yet the council's fleets lay in confusion, their plans falling apart before a single strike. On the bridge of the flagship Eclipse Vanguard, General Mara Hayes stood calm, eyes scanning the endless darkness of space. Around her, humans worked silently, monitoring every alien fleet, every probe, every signal. They were everywhere and nowhere. The final demonstration. A massive council fleet approached human-held sectors, intending to challenge Earth's power. They were confident in their numbers and weaponry. Mara smiled faintly. "Phase 3, she said. Without a single shot fired, human fleets executed perfectly coordinated maneuvers. Electromagnetic pulses disabled engines. Navigation systems failed. Sensors returned false readings. Alien ships collided, turned back, or drifted aimlessly. The Council panicked. They had no idea where humans were, yet their fleets were crippled. Every plan, every attack, every command was anticipated and neutralized. Sirakel, observing from a distant ship, whispered in awe, They control the battlefield without engaging at all. They are not just a species, they are a force." The Council's realization. Speaker Vorlax's scales shimmered in disbelief. "They are not attacking us, and yet every move we make fails. Their strength is in intelligence, patience, and strategy. They are apex predators and we are helpless." Raltek clicked his mandibles slowly. "Every fleet we deploy, every plan we execute, is already countered. Humanity is beyond our understanding. They dominate without fighting." Fear and awe spread through the Council. Leaders realized they had underestimated humans for centuries. The species they once considered weak had proven to be the galaxy's most dangerous predator, not through weapons but through mind and control. The calm apex. Meanwhile, humans moved silently among the stars, unseen, untouchable, and fully aware of every council action. Ships shifted positions like shadows, monitoring and calculating every alien move. Mara Hayes walked along the bridge. "They fear what they cannot see," she said softly. "And they should. We endure. We adapt. We survive. That is enough to command respect." Her officers nodded quietly, understanding the scale of what humanity had achieved. They had shown the galaxy that humans did not need brute force to dominate, they only needed intelligence, patience, and precise control. The message across the galaxy. A calm, clear transmission reached the council. "We are humans. We endure. We adapt. We survive. We win. No threats. No arrogance. Only truth." Alien leaders whispered nervously. "They are everywhere at once. Our strategies are failing without even a fight. Humans are the apex predator of the galaxy." The council finally understood. The humans' era had begun. Their dominance was absolute, calculated, and unstoppable. The silent victory. Humans did not need to destroy fleets to prove their power. Every alien misstep, hesitation, and fear was observed, exploited, and guided. Their dominance was psychological, strategic, and complete. Mara addressed her officers. "Remember this. We are humans. We survive, we adapt, and we win. The galaxy may challenge us, but we are ready for every test." Across the galaxy, alien species whispered was complete.